everybody, and welcome to Live Out Loud with Jason. How are you doing today on this marvelous Monday, June 8th, 2020? Wow, what an amazing day it is yet again. Did you decide that you were going to have a great week this week? Did you decide you were going to have a great Monday? Or did you wake up dreading Monday? Oh no, it's Monday, got to go to work again. Guess what? If that's the feeling that you had, there's a good chance you're in the wrong job, the wrong career, something's going on. If you don't wake up eager to go to work and accomplish and be a part and add value to your team, you're probably doing the wrong thing. Maybe you're not working in your strength zone. It's very possible, just a thought. So, hey, there's Mom. Hey, Mom, good afternoon. All right. So, you guys notice I'm wearing today a Dallas Cowboys shirt, right? And for those of you who know me pretty well, you know I'm not a diehard Cowboy fan. I'm more of a fair weather fan. I'm just trying to be honest here. And I don't even remember the last time I wore this shirt. And I'm not against them, and I'm not against sports or anything like that. But one of the things that has always perplexed me is how I see that people tend to get more excited about their sports team than they do about their own life. They put more effort and thought and energy into their sports team and than they do about making their own life successful. You know, they'll just jump and shout and cheer when they score or when something bad happens. Do you do that in your own life? Do you shout and jump and cheer when you accomplish something or when you do something right? And so this shirt today for me is a reminder that, at the end of the day, this doesn't matter anything. Am I committed? Are you committed to putting the energy, the excitement into your own life, your own calling, in every area of your life, your relationships, your health, your career, and all of that? Are you that committed, or are you more committed to this? It's a pretty good question, And again, I'm all for going out and tailgating with friends and having a good time and shouting and yelling at the other team. That's good, but I want to make sure that we don't do that in lieu of our own life. Some people say that that we tend to have a failure mindset, and we live vicariously through our sports teams. That we can't win, so we root on them to win. Think about that. Do you have a failure mindset anywhere lingering around that you're not consciously aware of, maybe because of a past failure? Or you just say, well, in your mind, in the back of your mind, I've failed here, I'm going to continue to fail here, and it's just working against you constantly? I don't know. Do you? It's a good question. Hey, there's my queen, Rochelle. How are you doing, girl? Glad you're listening in today. You guys feel free to join in on the conversation. If send a chat. Let me know you're here. It'll pop up on my screen. So let's talk about this. Living out loud is about knowing God, discovering who He is, who we are, what we're created to be, what we're created to do in this season of our life, discovering our talents, abilities, and skills, those seeds, dusting them off, watering them, cultivating them, and taking steps to move forward in our call in life. Okay? And there's so many things that want to hold us back, and we've been touching on some of those. But, and this can go in any area of your life, because, if your health is bad, how are you going to go live out loud if your health is bad? You can, but it's so much better, and you have so much more freedom when you have good health and when you have good thoughts and good habits and such. So what are we hanging on to any downhill, negative, detrimental habits. And I'm just thinking, how's your eating habits? How's your drinking habits? Are you energetic? Are you loafing? How are you with people? How are you with learning? Is your learning stagnated? Are you actively growing? Or are you the same as you were, yesterday, a year ago? I want to adopt something for me, and maybe you want to adopt it. And I want to call it this: more awesome every day. I am becoming more awesome every day. And guess what? You are going to become more awesome every day if you decide that that's what you're going to do. So, are your skills, are your talents, are your giftings, is your calling, is it wasting away? Is it rotting on the vine? Is it collecting dust? Is it rusting out? Is it sitting idle? Or is it actively going, filled with energy? I believe that we're supposed to be dynamos. We are filled with the Spirit of God, the most amazing thing ever. And we are filled with that. We should be injecting energy everywhere we go, energy and life everywhere we go. So, think about this. I was reading I've been reading Proverbs over and over and over. And Proverbs talks a lot about the man who goes aside to the lady, right? And that is not his wife. And it talks about, I thought I might read just a little bit of it here to you today. This is Proverbs 5. I'm just going to read a few verses out of the Passion Translation. But remember this: the lips of a seductress seem sweet like honey, and her smooth words are like music in your ears. But I promise you this, in the end, all you'll be left with is a bitter conscience, for the sting of your sin will pierce your soul like a sword. She will ruin your life, drag you down to death, and lead you straight to hell. She has prevented many from considering the paths of life. Yes, she will take you with her where you don't want to go, sliding down a slippery road and not even realizing where the two of you will end up. Listen to me, young men, and don't forget this one thing I'm telling you. Run away from her as fast as you can. Don't even go near the door of her house unless you want to fall into her seduction. In disgrace, you will relinquish your honor to another, and all your remaining years will be squandered, given over to the cruel one. Why would you let strangers take away your strength while the labors of your house go to someone else? For when you grow old, you will groan in anguish and shame as sexually transmitted diseases consume your body. Then you'll finally admit you were wrong and say, if I had only listened to wisdom's voice and not stubbornly demanded my own way, because my heart hated to be told what to do. Why didn't I take seriously the warning of my wise counselors? Why was I so stupid to think that I could get away with it? Now I'm totally disgraced and my life is ruined. I'm paying the price. Wow. And this is just about the man and the seductress. But I got to thinking, I'm like, we can also waste our strength, our abilities on other things. We can waste our precious time, our health, our influence, our opportunity, our skills, our gifts, our talents. We can waste those things on worthless things, on having a life where we just seek to be entertained. Or how about just the wrong things? And, friends, living out loud, part of living out loud is, we don't want anything to go to waste. We want to, oh, hey, there's Jason Holden. Hey, buddy. Glad you joined in today. Oh, by the way, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to Jason Holden. I won't tell everybody how old you are. So, wasting, we don't want to waste away. I don't want to waste anything that God has given me. Not 1 ounce of life, not 1 ounce of time, any of that. And so, talking about the scriptures I just read, don't even go her way. Don't even entertain. It's kind of like this, a lot of people tell young people this. Don't ever date someone who you wouldn't consider marrying, because you're going to end up marrying someone that you date. So if it's not even an option, don't even date them. So there's things in your life in our lives that we need to say no to. We've got to say no, because guess what? That doesn't need to be a part of my life. What is wasting, what is wasting and diluting my efforts? I need to focus my efforts on less things so I can be laser focused and burn like a laser. So, this could be anything. It could be the television. For some of you ladies listening who are old enough, think about the soap operas. How easy, and maybe today it's something different. Maybe today there's other shows, or maybe it's social media or whatever. It can be just anything. But just think how easy it is to get caught up in something, and before you know it, the whole day is gone, and you've watched a bunch of drama and been pulled into negativity, and those things aren't sending good messages, and you're just filling your mind, your eyes, and your ears, and your being with junk. What do you think's going to come out of your life at that point? And you can't fill up on junk and expect awesome to come out, right? And we're not Rumpelstiltskin spinning straw into gold. Okay, we need to be filling our lives, our mind, our spirit, our body. We need to be filling those things with good things, with good fuel. Okay, and so I want to encourage you, cut those things out, because here's what those things are going to do. They're going to turn your lion's roar into a cat's meow. Are you roaring, or are you meowing right now? And I'm not judging, and it may be, and you may have certain parts of your life where you're roaring and certain parts of your life where you're meowing, okay? This is up to you to figure out. But I want to roar, and I want you to roar. I want you, friend, to live out loud. Find your confidence. Find your roar. Maybe it's recover your roar. Maybe it is wake it up. Maybe it's feed the lion. You are the lion, okay? Let's go back to our beliefs for just a minute. What's the last goal you set? Was it a goal for? Was it a health goal? Was it a relationship goal? Was it a career goal? Was it a self-development goal? Did it go up in flames quicker than the Hindenburg? If your goals are falling flat, and kind of like I joke about, I finished a 30-day diet in about 4.5 hours. We talk about discipline. But when it's hard to be disciplined when our goals don't line up with our beliefs. And when our beliefs, our foundation, if you'll recall, the pyramid, the foundation, the bottom two levels are our belief regarding God and our belief regarding ourselves. If those are out of order, and if our goals are not in sync with that, discipline's going to be very hard. And I got to tell you what, when those things do line up, discipline becomes easier. It becomes easier. I don't do this because I'm not the type of person that does that. I do this because I am the type of person that does that. It becomes so much easier at that point. So think about this. I'm going to quote Jim Rohn real quick. He said, "You cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight." And friends, maybe there's areas of your life that have been pointed slightly or drastically in the wrong direction. You can change your direction today. You can change your direction right now. You can make a decision and say, you know what? I am no longer the type of person that does this. I am the type of person that does this. This is who I'm deciding to be. This is who God created me to be. This is who I am. This is the person I'm going to live to be. And you start saying that to yourself and change your belief. Make a decision and go for it. And you're going to see your habits then begin to, I'm going to use the word manifest. That kind of like people use that word in all kinds of weird ways, but really just it's going to leak out of you. How you believe and feel inside is going to leak out of you. You can't hide what your real beliefs are. They're going to come out. Okay? So we have to take control of that. You know, and sometimes, you know, we like to say, well, I just have faith in God and I'm just waiting on God. Well, guess what? I believe that if your faith doesn't result in action, I believe that your faith is fake. How about this? And if your belief doesn't turn into action, then your belief is not belief. Okay? It's probably doubt, or it's a false belief, or something like that. Because every one of us have internal motivations, and we work for those things. And if you believe that you are created with awesomeness, and that there's an area, a realm where you can be king of a certain jungle, you're just going to be working for it. Nobody's going to be able to stop you. Okay? So where's your jungle? Where's your roar? It's time for you and I to step out, to step up, to cut away and leave behind the junk and live out loud. Hey, by the way, do you have a personal mission statement? I want to give you a website. Here's what I'll do. I will post this in the chat here in a minute. There's a few of them online, but there's one. You can just go in there and answer a few questions, and it'll help make a personal mission statement for you. And this is something that it takes time to develop, and I really want to encourage you to do this. And matter of fact, Stephen Covey has a great way to walk you through it. This one is from Nightingale, and I'll post this in the chat here when we get done. But I want to encourage you, if you don't have a mission statement, that's a great place to start, because you have to ask yourself the hard questions. And it takes time to let these simmer and bake until you can polish up and say, yeah, this is it. This is what I'm committed to, and I'm going to get rid of everything else in my life that doesn't help me serve this purpose. So, we need to determine what our destination, what our path is, our trajectory. We can determine that with a decision. A decision. You can change that today. Your life can get back on or get on the right path today. Doesn't mean you're going to get to your destination today, but you can at least change your direction. And friends, I just want to encourage you. Sometimes, most of the time, we tend to sabotage ourselves. And how many times, let me ask you this, how many times do we, wake up in the morning or at night and we're asking God for this or that? And our daily habits don't line up with our prayer requests. And then why? Okay? Why not align our habits with our prayer requests? So I'm acting over here doing this, and then I'm asking God for something else. Let's bring it all into alignment like that. And I promise you, you will see success. You will see success if you do that. And but I don't want you to focus on the habits initially. I want you to focus on the belief, because the belief is what creates the mindsets, and the beliefs and the mindsets then create the habits. Okay? So, I think some of this I'm going to save some of my notes for another day. But friends, I guess what I want to tell you is let's be more committed to our own life than we are to our sports team. And Dave Yoho says, did you lose a bet? Otherwise, why would you wear that shirt? That is hilarious. I'm wearing this shirt to make a point. I'm going to go back over it just for you, David, that we tend as people to be more excited and more committed to our own hometown sports team than we are to our own success in life. That's why I'm wearing this shirt today. Yeah, I know. I confess, I am a fair weather fan of the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, and so yeah, but that's that, dude. You just made me laugh. But guys, it's time to be all in. It's time to be all in on our future. It's time to be all in on our now. We need to upgrade our beliefs, which will upgrade our mindsets, upgrade our habits, cut out the junk in our life, hone it down, and become better and better at less and less, so that we can truly live out the true gifts and talents that God has given us. Okay? And hi, Patricia. Patricia says, good word. Thank you so much for listening in today. Well, guys, living out loud. It's about humility. It's about being humble, knowing, wow, God has entrusted me with this life. I've only got 24 hours a day, and I've only got so many days left. I'm going to do the best. I'm going to be a good steward of what God's given me. I'm going to develop my talents. I'm going to go use them. I'm going to go use them to step into my calling. And I'm going to make this world a better place. I'm going to make the lives of people better, starting with my own circle of love around me, my family, my coworkers, my church friends, and all the way out to anyone I can come in contact with or have influence over. Guys, you were created with a purpose. You were created, and your purpose, I believe, has the word awesome in it. And so I just want to encourage you to take little bitty tiny steps and become more awesome every day. Don't try to be someone else's awesome, because you'll never make it and you'll never do it. You'll be mediocre. The only awesome that we are ever going to be is the awesome that God created us to be. So embrace who God made you. Discover it. Dust it off. Oil it up like the Tin Man. Get them joints going. Okay? Water the seeds. Roll with it. Surround yourself with people that are going to add to your life, that are going to encourage you. Don't associate with people that are going to drag you down, with gossipers. Get that junk out of your life. Live life going forward, upward, onward, uphill trajectory. No going downhill, no coasting. Okay? And friends, I just want to tell you today, I love you. You're amazing. You're more awesome than you think. It's time to go for it. Realize it. Go for it. Be confident, yet humble, all at the same time. Okay? So I will plan on seeing you guys tomorrow. Go live out loud today, and you remember, you are more awesome than you think. We'll see you tomorrow.